What's up, all you Instacart shoppers out there? I'm Chad the Gig Economist, and this is the first in a series of Instacart training videos meant for new shoppers. I guess you could call this lesson number one, all the tools you need to be a fully prepared shopper. So let's get started. If you're a full service shopper, the only uniform item you're issued is the Instacart lanyard. We're not absolutely required to wear this lanyard, but I actually do recommend wearing it, and here's why. The lanyard works as a life hack in conjunction with a phone holster. You're going to need, two hands free to grab items off the shelves. If you don't have a phone holster on your lanyard, you'll have to constantly put your phone down and pick it back up, and I guarantee at some point you'll miss, and your phone will hit the floor. Also, if you try to push the shopping cart with one hand and hold the phone with the other hand, you'll eventually get tennis elbow. So the lanyard phone holster combo not only makes the physical aspect of the job easier, it's actually better for your health. I highly recommend a holster with a credit card pocket like this one. You can keep your green card in there and it won't fall out even when it's upside down because it's got a nice, gritty surface. And this way you're not fumbling through your pockets or wallet or purse trying to find your green card. It's always right there. If you don't want to wear the lanyard and phone holster, another product you could try is a phone mount that clamps to the shopping cart handle. I'm not a huge fan of this technique because these things don't always hold your phone or the shopping cart tight enough, and they get loose over time. Also, it's a lot easier to bring your phone to the items instead of bringing the items to your phone. Side note, you definitely want a heavy-duty phone case because your phone really takes a beating doing this job. The cheap ones from the mall kiosks are not tough enough. I use the military-grade Pelican brand. I got this at Walmart for like $20. Pelican also makes colorful, girly-style cases that you can get on Amazon. When you first start working for Instacart as a full-service shopper, the app will have a section that says Safe Food Handling. If you click Start, it'll take you to another page about using insulated coolers, and it'll give you the option of purchasing their coolers or providing proof that you have comparable bags. If you want to buy a 4-pack of the official green Instacart coolers, it's a one-time fee of $26.99, which includes shipping, and they take it directly from your earnings for that week. I did this when I first started, and I have to say, I really do like these green coolers. Paper bags fit in them easily, but the coolers would be perfect if they were just a couple inches taller. But as long as the paper bags aren't stuffed to the absolute brim, you can usually zip the cooler shut, no problem. If you don't want to get the green coolers, go with these Ozark Trail 50-can insulated bags. The straps are a lot longer, so you can throw it over your shoulder and let your back do the work. This is great when you have heavy stuff. And the best part is, these only cost $5 at Walmart, so why not get a bunch of them? Something else you can do is try doing a search for insulated grocery bags or food delivery bags on your local Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. There's usually someone selling used Instacart bags or other food delivery or catering bags on there. Just make sure they're insulated. Canvas bags will not be approved. Also, those large coolers you use for picnics or camping, they're not approved either. Even if you do buy the 4 coolers from Instacart, there will be batches where you're going to need a lot more than just 4 bags. I get a lot of double and triple deliveries where there's anywhere from 10 to 25 bags between all the customers. That's why I recommend every shopper have at least 10 to 12 insulated bags. Trust me, these insulated bags are worth it. You should put everything you can fit into them, even stuff that isn't affected by temperature, like cereal or paper towels or pet food. That way, when your bags tip over while you're driving, the groceries won't fall out, so you won't have to clean up a mess while you're in the customer's driveway. But most importantly, it's a very professional presentation to the customer, and they will notice. Just make sure you carry those insulated bags all the way to the door so that the customers see them. I've had many customers tell me about other shoppers who didn't have insulated bags, and they wound up with melted ice cream and cold chicken tenders. Don't be that cheapskate shopper who does the bare minimum effort. Spend a few bucks on insulated bags. They'll pay for themselves in the form of higher tips and more quality bonuses. Another tool that's going to make the job easier and impress customers is a good folding wagon. You might not have considered this, but let me give you a few scenarios in which a wagon is really going to help. If you work in a metropolis or any kind of downtown neighborhood with limited parking and it's always a long walk from the car to the customer, even if you work in the suburbs, you'll have deliveries to apartment complexes, hotels, and even the occasional office building. If the customer bought items from a bulk store and all their items are pretty heavy, or you just want to carry all the groceries from the car to the door in one trip. So this is the wagon I use. It's another Ozark Trail product. It's rated for up to 250 pounds, so it's really durable. The wheels have tread, so the wagon will roll on grass and dirt no problem. The 4 green coolers fit perfectly along the bottom, and you can stack more bags on top of them if you need it. It folds up and down quickly and easily, so I just throw it in the back of my Honda Fit, and there's still enough room for all the insulated bags. I find that when most customers see this, they're actually pretty impressed. Just like with the insulated bags, a wagon will pay for itself in the form of higher tips and more quality bonuses. You can get this wagon on Amazon for about $50 or at Walmart in the camping section. Believe it or not, having a notepad and pen will save you a lot of time shopping, and here's how. When the batch offer comes in, scroll through the preview pictures and look for items like deli, seafood, and prepared foods. If you see any of that stuff, go straight to the counter, but don't swipe to start shopping until your number is called. Then scroll through the items, write down what the customer wants, rip the page out of the notepad, and hand it to the clerk. Meanwhile, go do the rest of your shopping and come back when you're done, and your items will usually be sitting on the counter or in a designated pickup section. You can get these notepads and pens at Walmart super cheap. If you're like me, you're going to constantly forget them in the shopping cart or somewhere in the store. So buy a bunch of them and keep a stash in your car. Also, invest in a couple of Sharpies or permanent markers. If you do a double or triple full service batch, get all paper bags and then just write A, B, or C on the corresponding bags so you know whose is whose. Markers are also good for identifying which bags have cold items, fragile items, and heavy items, even on single batches and delivery-only orders. One of my biggest complaints about the Instacart Shopper app is that it kills my phone battery. It cuts the battery power by 5 to 10% on small batches and 20 to 30% or more on big batches. That's why you need to invest in a portable phone charger. You can get these pretty much anywhere. Staples, Walmart, Target, CVS, you name it. You don't need a super expensive charger with a lot of bells and whistles. Even a cheap charger like this will at least get you through the day. Working for Instacart involves a lot of walking around on hard surfaces, but if you don't have the right shoes, your feet are going to get pretty sore. That's why I recommend investing in a pair of comfortable walking shoes and leave the flip-flops, sandals, and Crocs at home. I have 2 pairs of Skechers with memory foam insoles, and they always keep my feet comfortable. I work 8 to 10 hours a day, and I never have foot pain when I come home. I find that these built-in memory foam insoles work even better than Dr. Scholl's. Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. I'll bet most of you probably don't own a casual rain jacket because you don't have much reason to go outside while it's raining. Yeah, you probably own an umbrella, but you're going to find it's difficult to push a shopping cart or carry grocery bags and hold an umbrella at the same time, especially if it's really windy out. That's why you need a legitimate rain jacket with a hood so that you have both hands free. I recommend the Columbia brand rain jackets. They come in a variety of colors in both women and men's styles. Here in Florida, it rains all the time, so this jacket has really helped me get through some nasty days. Also, you want to invest in some lightweight boots to get you through puddles and mud. You can get inexpensive waterproof boots at pretty much any shoe store or on Amazon. I always check the weather before I leave for the day, and if there's even a slight chance of rain, I'll bring my rain jacket and boots and leave them in the car until I need them. Last but not least, let's talk about how to prepare your car for the messes that are inevitably going to happen. Now, if you put everything in insulated bags, this will help prevent some messes, but bear in mind that the green Instacart coolers are porous, so if liquid spills inside them, it will seep out and make a mess. I'm going to show you 3 products that will protect your car if and when that happens, starting with the trunk. Now, most people probably don't give much thought about protecting their trunk since nobody really sees it. But if you ever have a liquid mess back there, it's going to soak into the fabric and possibly stink up your whole car. The best way to prevent this is with a removable trunk liner. Here's what I use. It's a rubber liner that you cut to fit the dimensions of your trunk or hatch. If something spills, all you have to do is carefully pull the liner up and then just dump the mess out. Then you can hose it off or wipe it down. But there's probably going to be times where you run out of room in the trunk, so you have to put bags in the back seat and maybe even the front seat. So how are you going to protect those seats? That's easy. Just get some waterproof seat covers. For the back seat, go with a hammock style cover meant for dogs. It's a single piece that you strap to the headrests. You slide the anchors behind the seats, then just let it drape down to the floor. If you're worried about the front seats, you can get waterproof seat covers for the front and kick mats for the back. I've been using all this stuff in my car for 2 years because I also drive Uber and Lyft, and I'm not leaving anything to chance. My seats are actually in great condition under the covers. Some people say having seat covers is tacky, but I think having permanent stains and odors is what's really tacky. Finally, let's talk about protecting the floors of your car. Regular carpet or vinyl floor mats are only going to protect against shoes. Most of them aren't waterproof, so if you have a major spill, it's going to stain the fabric and maybe stink up your car. So you want to go with waterproof floorboards that cover everything. Now, you could spend a fortune protecting your car with products from WeatherTech.com, or you can get comparable brands for a lot less. I personally use Husky Liner for all my floor mats. The front ones are easy to take out and clean. If something spills, I just lift it straight up and dump the mess out. The back is all one piece, so I'll stop at a car wash and use a coin-operated vac if I have to. I also have this little wet-dry vac that plugs in the cigarette lighter I can use for little messes and daily cleaning. By the way, it's a good idea to keep a drying towel or some old dish rags in your car for initial triage. Okay, I know this video was long, but if you watched all the way to the end, you are awesome. Like I said, this was just the first in a series of Instacart tutorials, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. That being said, I do have some other videos about Instacart, rideshare driving, and the gig economy in general. Let me know if you found this video helpful, and if you think I left anything out. Any other comments are welcome, of course. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.